it. And I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible, and I hope I'm not talk too fast. So the first thing I personally want to address is that I see a few people saying kids are off limits. I shouldn't bring up somebody's kids. I feel like I need to turn off the comments so I don't get distracted. Hold on. You know, me really know if you do them something, so hold on, I forget, take time with me. How do I turn the comments off? Come on, besties, talk to me. You don't have to tell me over turn off the comments. You don't know I'm not really bad pan that. The woman full of talent, she can't sing. Okay, got it. Okay, all right. So, comments are off, so let me just get into this real quick. I see a few people saying that kids are off limits and they don't feel like I should have mentioned nothing about, you know, Erica's son or whatever the case may be. Let me just be very clear. It not gonna work, you know. That not gonna work. It not gonna work. Let me just be very clear. I did not say anything bad about Erica's son. I really wanted to come and say this so I can close the door and just, you know, I'm not going to keep talking about it. But I feel like I said, because it happened to me, I just need to say my little thing and just move on from it. I see people saying, don't come for people's kids. Answer the question, what did I say about this child? What bad did I say about the child? What derogatory thing did I say about the child? I did not say anything at all bad about her son. And so when I see people commenting, you don't come for someone's kid, I'm like, where did I go miss? Because I never said nothing bad about the child. Now, for you talking about kids are off limits and you don't bring up somebody's child, obviously you did not watch the show, but you saw maybe 30 seconds on social media and you don't know what, you know, entirely what was going on. So let me just brief you. The conversation was about parenting. We were having a discussion and we were speaking specifically on single mother. If anybody out there remember the clip clearly, I said to Erica, you are acting like you're the first one to get divorced or whatever the case may be. And I'm going to tell you why I was saying these things. Because a lot of you, I realize you act on the 30-second that you see on social media or the 1-minute clip that you may see. And you don't understand that this is a show. There's other things that kind of goes to that little 30-second that you see. So I really just quickly say this to say that. I'm losing my train of thought because I have so much things to get off of my mind. But I really just quickly say this to say that when I was telling Erica that you're acting like, oh, you're the only person or whatever, she came to my gala. I just recently come from Miami. They gave me the keys to the region. And, you know, she was there screaming, acting ballistic. And, you know, it was very embarrassing to how she was behaving in front of like the dignitary people. There were 16 different mayors and vice mayors and people that was there looking at me crazy, like what's going on? And she was just, you know, screaming ballistic and talking about Safari and what the case may be. And so I was trying to straightforwardly tell her, listen, it's hard for me to not look at you and tell you the truth, that you can't play a victim and a cry wolf when at the same time Safari upon the other hand, so still sexually involved. So it's like y'all divorced for 1 year, but you're still sexually involved. So it's like everything all over the place. So it's like, I'm like, okay, you are not the first person to be divorced. I want you to pull yourself together. My accent and my attitude may come off wrong sometimes because just how I deliver things, but is it a way of fake with somebody and act like, and then you go behind them back like some of you do on social media? Because I see the comments all the time telling somebody to get over it. Are you going to be just the straight up person to say, listen, this is what it is? You know what I'm saying? That's really where the conversation was coming from. There is no time at all. You go into what we call filming. When you hear me say filming, it's that we know that camera is there. There's at no given time we go into filming not knowing what we are going to discuss. Erica asked to speak to me because of what happened in Miami. She wanted to have a conversation with me, and we all knew, you know, what happened in Miami. There was a picture with me and M0Nk and Safari, and she felt some kind of way about it. She also felt some kind of way about these Rolexes that was given to M0Nk's kids. And I went and speak to Safari, and so she wanted to have a conversation with me. And so we went to that table knowing that we are going to have a conversation about parenting, single mother, you name it. Like, we know what we're going to talk about. At no given time, we don't go into filming not knowing what the situation is. We're never blindsided. So let's just be very clear that Erica knows that she'd have come talk to me about M0Nk's kids. She know that she was going to come and talk about parenting and who is paying child support from who is not paying child support from who is not that. I'm a type of person, I don't know how to be how you guys want me to be. Which is, I see that you guys want me to come off fake all the time because that's what you guys are used to. And so when I am this straightforward type of person that says it like it is, y'all come off like, oh my God, Spice is mean. But no, I'm not mean. I just don't know how to be that fake person that you want me to be. And so like I said, we went into the situation at the table knowing that we're going to talk about the obvious. You guys said I bring up somebody kid. That was not the case as well. If you watch back the clip again, she said she said to me, you're acting like if the shoes was on your foot, you wouldn't feel some kind of way. To the fact that I was telling her, you know, you need to stop acting like this. You know, so she said, you act like if the shoes did dip on your foot, you wouldn't feel some kind of way about this. Like, I'm a single mom, so you don't want me to talk about it or whatever. And I replied to her and I said, Erica, I have been a single mom for 14 years, which at the time, you know, I should have said 15, but I said, I have been in that situation. What are you talking about? Not because I am not walking around and talk about it doesn't mean I have not been in that situation. My son is 16 years old right now. And I am a single mom who have been taking care of both of my kids since their birth. And unfortunately, I don't know what child support is. I've never gotten a child support. I've been doing it by myself. And that's just what it is. I was with my kid's father for 10 years. And he has done me some things which is publicly on the internet. If you don't want to go dig it up, it's there. Like the most degrading thing, you name it. My fans know about it. 10 years, which is longer, you know. So I have been through it as well. And I was just trying to gather her together rather than ridicule how you guys... Remember, I laugh at her, you know. Remember, I laugh at her, degrade her, and say all kind of bad things. Oh, Erica this and that, Erica bad over this and that and that. So why I couldn't tell her how I feel to her face, but it's okay for you guys to do it behind her back. Like, we have to just make it make sense when we not split on justice, because at the end of the day, like me say, we go at the table and we know, say, yeah, we're going to talk about a situation, yeah. And it so happens that the child that I spoke about offended her. And that is on her, because she knows that, you know, she's going through whatever issue she's going through with that child. But don't make it look like I just get up out of the blues and I talk about a child and we never did have a conversation about that child. Because I was literally speaking on her parenting and never nothing bad about that child. So please do not, when you are voicing your opinion, which everybody is allowed to have them opinions, stop saying I come for the child. Because I never say nothing bad about that child. She was also the one who raised the issue and bring up our son. She said, I have been doing it for 16 years. And I replied and said, with the son that doesn't like you. How is it that Una watch Love and Hip Hop from how much years now? Over maybe 10 years. People talk about people being deadbeat. People are speak from people parenting long before me come on Love and Hip Hop, before me left from Jamaica. So how now, when I am speaking on a parenting, it becomes, oh, I'm the problem, when parenting has been talking about on Love and Hip Hop for a decade. You have to make it make sense when you say that's off limits, because it has never been off limits before. So you can't use that to justify a situation. Now that I feel like I've cleared up that part about parenting, because I would never say anything bad about someone's child. I have 2 kids. I have god kids, a lot of them, and I love kids. Y'all don't know me on a certain level, and it's okay, but I will never come for someone's child how y'all are making it seem. I came for Erica parenting, and I can take full accountability for that, because that's exactly where I was coming from, because that's what we were talking about. We raised issue about single mom. Now that I get that part off, that I would never say anything bad about the child, that we went to the table knowing that we're going to talk about, because Erica come to talk about Amaral and Negra kids them, you know. And kids wasn't going to be off limit. You guys probably would never reach the part there because of what happened, but Erica come to talk about Amaral and Negra 2 pitney them will get Rolex. And them kids, they never gonna be off limits when Erica discussed them with me. They say, oh, me go take picture with Amaral and Negra. I asked Amaral and Negra not to come to my gala when I was in Miami, when I was getting the keys to the region, because of Erica. So let us just get over the hurdle there, because I'm somebody who always talk to Safari and tell him, stop doing Erica how you're doing her. Okay, so let's be very clear. Now to the point where people talking about, oh, is this racist and questioning it, yes or no? I personally know that it is, and I can talk why I feel like, not even feel like, why I know that it is. Before we went to that table, I knew how Erica felt about me. Why she felt that way about me, I can't explain that to you. But at the end of the day, me know she never liked me before me got to the table. One, I already spoke about that. Me tell